I assume you're a student here?
Yes.
And just for the camera, where is this?
We're at Florida State University, the most beautiful place on earth.
Well, you seem happy about it.
Yeah, I love it here.
Awesome. So, what are you studying?
I'm studying biology, focusing in marine biology because I love the ocean.
Okay. And what would you like to do with that?
I really want to study the Great Barrier Reef someday. I want to travel the world mostly, and I feel like that's a good way to kind of like the ocean. It connects the whole world, so why not study the ocean? I feel like I could go anywhere with that. And conservation is really important to me. I think the ocean is a really vulnerable place that needs a lot of help and is very misunderstood. And I would like to do my part in helping. And it's also fun. Who doesn't love the beach?
Oh yeah. I feel like it doesn't get a lot of attention.
No, it doesn't.
So what pricked your interest in conservation for the ocean in particular?
I've always really cared about the planet, of course, because it's where we live. I feel like our generation learned a lot about the environment and what we need to do to save it. But what really sparked my interest in like animals was definitely my dog, Izzy. She's like this little brown Chihuahua pug mix, we don't know because she's a rescue. She just like, animals can really change your heart, change who you are, and she definitely did that for me. And I would love to save other animals like her and teach other people that all animals, not just dogs and cats, are valuable and do their part to keep our ecosystems alive.
So what do you think is the difference between somebody like yourself who cares a lot about conservation and somebody who never really gives it a thought?
I think they don't really think long term. They think more short term and the pleasure that they get and the convenience that they get in that moment. So like I'm thinking long term. I really want my kids to see a lot of the animals that I get to see, enjoy this beautiful planet, whereas I think other people are like, well, it's fun, it's easier to use plastic, it's easier to consume animals and animal byproducts than it is to not. But I think the effort is more than worth it, and I think if we can save even just one species, two species, or just lower carbon emissions by even 1%, that we made a difference. And even that small difference is something, because I remember it was actually my apes teacher that really inspired me to say like, a small amount of people doing something is the only thing that ever started something big. So I think if I could be that small thing, and I think a lot of our generation is actually very much on board with this.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
are you vegan then?
I'm vegetarian right now. I would love to transition to veganism one day. It's not like my main personality trait like it is to other people, but it is definitely something that I'm proud of, that I've transitioned to. I've seen it's really changed my mindset, and I think it's made me healthier. A lot of people say they lose weight. I did not. It's a lie. Well, it's not a lie. Some people do. I didn't. But I think it's kind of opened my mind to realize that you can think outside the box, and you don't always have to do what society tells you.
Yeah, for sure. So what's holding you back from transitioning to vegan so far?
It's really, really hard. Like, they say it's easy, but I actually live in my sorority house, which I absolutely love, but they like put cheese on everything and put dressing on everything, and like, I don't want to starve. I don't eat eggs, if that helps anything.
Well, that's part of the way there.
That's part of the way. I think I'll be a vegan one day.
What would you say to motivate those who aren't as interested in conservation?
Think about the future. What do you want the world to look like for your kids, for those that come after you? And even not even just your kids, I feel like we already have seen a lot of the environmental impacts, and I don't think you necessarily have to be a vegan or a vegetarian to do your part. There's so many little things that you can do. That's what I would tell them.
What do you feel like is a part of conservation? So you've mentioned not consuming animals and animal products and taking care of the environment. Is there anything else?
I think just doing your part as a citizen, voting for politicians that do value the environment, not only believe in climate change, but understand it and want to do what they can, and aren't afraid to speak on it. Because I feel like that's one thing, is they're kind of afraid of those larger corporations and those responsible for ruining our planet, and they don't want to say anything because those are their voters. That's where they get their donations. But at the end of the day, we're not going to have a world if somebody doesn't speak up. So I think that us, as the younger generation, need to use our voice and vote on do what we can on a small scale.
Yeah.
And it'll, what is it called? Like the effect where it like goes from bottom to the top. That one.
So do you feel like our generation tends not to vote very much?
I actually feel like maybe this time we will. Last time we didn't do too good of a job. Obviously, voter turnout in 2016 was not what we were looking for. Very low for us, but I think that due to a lot of the events that have occurred, we have been inspired to go out and vote and realize that your vote does count, especially in a state like Florida where it comes down very, very close. I think that more people are inspired, and Florida has been very much impacted by recent politicians and a lot of the events that have happened. So hopefully that inspires people to go and vote. I will be voting, so I think you should vote too.
Awesome. Who are you voting for?
Am I allowed to say that? I will be voting.
Sure.
I will be supporting Biden-Harris this November. Actually, I think I'm going to vote early just so it's like not too crowded.
Okay.
But I will be voting for Biden. Yes.
Okay. So why Biden?
Because not Trump. That's literally why not Trump. Just not a big fan of how he obviously handled coronavirus or of how he handled really anything. He wasn't my choice in 2016, not my choice in 2020. So that's why.
Fair enough. So did you vote in 2016?
I was only 16, so no, I did not vote in 2016.
Is there anything else you feel it's important to share with people about conservation of the environment?
I think it honestly comes down to you educating yourself. Spend time outside, you'll learn to appreciate it. Never say no to a venture. Go to the beach, enjoy what you have right now, because you never know what species could be disappearing anytime soon. I really appreciate outside. That's why I'm out here. I really was just out here for no reason, but I just wanted to go on a little walk and enjoy my beautiful campus, clean air, the beautiful sky. Just enjoy what's around you, and you'll kind of see yourself falling in love and finding your passion.
Yeah. So what do you think would motivate people who don't really like being outside?
I think you have to find where you want to be. Like, I feel like a lot of people find themselves stuck or tied down to a certain location and maybe they don't like it, but the world is your oyster. I don't really know what that means, but you go anywhere your heart desires, and that's not just limited to the like United States or like Florida. Go wherever. Like, I really, really hope to live abroad someday, travel the world in multiple countries, continents of different types of people, different landmarks, the beach, the mountains. I mean, probably not like the cornfield, just because like I just like it when there's things around to do.
Yeah,
so,
fair
like,
enough.
Probably, I mean, I'll still probably end up in the Midwest at some point, because I'm not going to say no to adventure, but definitely just find your favorite place and spend time in it. There's got to be one place at least outside that you love.